Kansas GOP Chairman Mike Brown joins us on KCMO Talk Radio. Mike, good morning. I know you're gearing up for the new year. What's been going on? We haven't spoken in a while. What do you have coming up?
Hey, good morning, Pete. It's good to be with you. Thank you for having me on today. Man, what a ride this year has been. Being the chairman of the Kansas GOP has just been an amazing, fun ride. We've accomplished so much. I'm going to run through a few of those things so you and your listeners know what we've been up to. So we've got the presidential election, the primary, coming up in Kansas on March 19th. That's a really important date. We're going to pick a Republican nominee in Kansas, and I'm really excited to have moved us to a state-run primary election where all Republicans across the whole state get an easy opportunity to participate in this election. So I'm really proud of that. We worked really hard last session as the Republican Party last January and February to get that done. We have raised a ton of money. We are on track on our fundraising goals. We've dramatically reduced our overhead at the GOP. We've created a lean and professional organization that's focused on winning in 24. And 24 is just right here we're right at the threshold. We've worked on legal issues to make sure that people on the ballot remain, that want to be on the ballot, qualified to be on the ballot, remain on the ballot. We've joined lawsuits in Colorado and Michigan to fight to keep specifically Donald Trump on the ballots there, because I see it as a diminishing opportunity for the Kansas Republicans to have any nominee off the ballot in any other state, because that would eliminate them from receiving the delegates at the convention. So we fought really hard, and we have won multiple times now on those fights. We've got the Friday File email. If you want that, you can go to kansas.gop and sign up for the Friday File email. It's free, and it's got a lot of great information. January coming up next month, into next month, is the state convention in Overland Park at the Marriott, January 26th and 27th. You'll be able to sign up starting tomorrow afternoon at kansas.gop. Come and join us at the convention. Buy your ticket. Come and see us. We've got some amazing speakers and we're going to have some big, incredible surprises coming. They're huge at this convention, and we're really excited. We're not at liberty to say who those people are at this point, but big names, going to give us a lot of great information, get everybody fired up at the end of January. We'll get to that presidential primary on March 19th, and away we go.
Wow, okay. So, but you can't give us one name or one of the big surprises, or at least a teaser on that?
It's going to be huge. That's all I can tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's going to be huge. So we're working hard. Yes, we're working closely with several of them right now, several different presidential campaigns and national recognized speakers to be a part of our convention in Overland Park.
Okay.
For the Kansas Republican Party. We're really excited about this.
Well,
this is going to be a state convention unlike any others. We're going back to the Kansas Days model, which is how it was a decade or so ago. We're going to celebrate Kansas, and to the extent that we can have Kansas products of all kinds at our convention, that's exactly what we're going to do.
Now, how about this area? You're Johnson County. That's our broadcasting region, of course, right here in eastern Kansas. Yeah. And we know, listen, last month didn't go as many folks wanted it to go when it comes to Johnson County Republican success. You're the state GOP. What does your role entail in making sure there is more success next year in Johnson County? Heck, the 3rd district, of course, is going to be up once again. That's been a struggle point the last couple of cycles. What will the state party do on that front?
The state party plays a role, certainly, in the 3rd congressional district race, and we've been working with candidates, the 3 that have announced so far. There's at least one more, possibly 2 more, still weighing their options of getting into that race. And so we are treating everyone fairly and uniformly, equally, and we will help all of them uniformly. We will hear from them at the state convention, January 26th and 27th. Probably on the 27th, we will have a forum, not a debate, but just a forum, a getting to know you for those that are in the race for 3rd district. The state party is in fundraising mode for 24. We will be using all kinds of opportunities to motivate and encourage and remind and push voters to the polls. I heard an earlier segment with Mr. Kennedy with you, and not to take his thunder, but that 18 to 32 or 34 age group that he quoted doesn't tend to be a big voting bloc. They're big on polling. They're not real big on showing up on election day. And so we'll see how that all plays out in time. But our goal is to get turnout. Our job is get out the vote. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We are hyper-focused on that. We are working with the Johnson County Republican Party, Sedgwick, Shawnee. We're working with all the Republican parties all over the whole state to make sure we are all in sync. We're going to get our messaging unified. We got a brand new plan for this coming 2024 cycle that's coming out. It's called Run Right, and it is a new way to look at, and a fresh, clean look at how we're going to be successful in 2024 in our elections.
Well, we'll be looking out for that for sure. And when you compare, it's interesting, when you compare 2023 to 2021, the last off year, Republican turnout was down slightly, about 1-2%. Republican or Democrat turnout was up significantly, about 25%. So, I mean, we know what the trends are, but how can you work with the Johnson County Party in particular? I know, you know plenty of the folks over there to bring some more success to this part of the state, because this is, frankly, I think really where the focus has to be to not just win statewide, but win back some of these tough races that we're going through.
Sure. So one of the things that happened, and it was completely illegal, we're in the process of working our way through the legalities and weighing our options on what to do next. But the Johnson County Election Office sent out to all registered voters a ballot request form with the majority of their identifying information filled in on the form. That is illegal. And we have been told, we're working through that right now. In fact, we have several calls yet today on that very topic. That is not going to happen again. That's not going to happen again. That is encouraging that 18 to 34 year old block that tends to vote very liberal. If it was totally up to me, we would show up on Election Day on Tuesday like it used to be, and we'd vote in person, and that'd be the end of it. That's not what the state law says now. So we will follow the state law, but the state law does not allow for the election commissioner to make a unilateral decision to mail out identifying information to every Johnson County registered voter. That is illegal, and we are in the process of working through that right now. But we recognize Johnson County is a tough spot. Everyone in our state recognizes it. I've lived here my entire adult life. I have watched Johnson County become more blue as we've gone along. We're not giving up on Johnson County. Past administrations, past operations have given up on Johnson County and walked away. Candidates also, statewide candidates, have walked away and said Johnson County we just can't win there. That is not how we're doing this. We are coming at this with every intention of winning, and we're going to motivate our voters, and they're going to turn out, and we're going to win back Johnson County. When we do, we're taking back our 3rd congressional district seat.
Well, we will be watching that very closely. Mike Brown, Kansas GOP chairman, and we'll also be watching to see who some of these big announcements are, especially since you said it yourself. It's going to be huge. Now, by the way, is that huge with a Y?
It could be. You could
be.
spell it both ways.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Mike Brown, thank you very much for the time. Have a great day.
Thank you, Pete. Vote Republican.
All right. There you go. That's Kansas GOP Chairman Mike Brown on KCMO.